Alright, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use the BODMAS, even though quite a large number of people have disregarded the use of BODMAS and we are now using BEDMAS, some call it PEMDAS. But basically, it still make use of the idea of BODMAS. So how do we use BODMAS? We use it in arithmetic problem. So the first thing is, what does BODMAS represent? So BODMAS. So this B represent the brackets. Brackets, also known as parentheses, right? That's when you're talking about BODMAS. Then O represents order. That's order of operation. But in this order, you are going to prioritize the root. Let's say root A, something like the square. Let's say A square, the cube, A raised to power 1 over 3. Anything that has exponents, basically, the exponents and the likes. All right, so that is what the order talks about. That's you prioritize them. Then D represents division. Then M represents multiplication. Then A represents addition. And S represents what? Subtraction. So this BODMAS, also known as PEDMAS in this case, right, talks about the order of operation. That's from the left to the right, meaning that if I'm using BODMAS, I follow the order from left to the right. Left to the right implies that I'll first prioritize what is inside the bracket, then I'll prioritize the exponent or order in this case. Then I prioritize division before multiplication. Then I prioritize addition before subtraction. Most times we can match addition and subtraction. It doesn't change anything. Both of them go together. So that is that about that. So now the question is, how do I apply this concept of BODMAS? So let's look at a simple example of the use of BODMAS. For example, this question says simplify. It says simplify. It says simplify one whole number 3 over 4, right, minus parenthesis or bracket 2 whole number 1 over 3, right, plus 4. Now, how do we solve this? You don't just solve it because you feel it's simple. So the first thing we need to do is to use the concept of BODMAS. Okay, so if we use the BODMAS talks about the bracket. But before I use BODMAS, let me first convert all the mixed fraction to their improper fraction equivalent. So I want to turn 1 whole number 3 over 4 to an improper fraction. That's 4 times 1, 4, plus 3. That will give me what, 7. So this will be 7 over 4 minus, then you still put this in bracket, 3 times 2, 6, plus 1. That is 7 over 3, then plus 4. So I can write this as 4 over 1. Right? It's still the same thing. So the next thing I want to do now is I want to apply BODMAS. Okay, so if I apply BODMAS tells me that I have to prioritize what is inside the bracket. So this is the bracket. So I have 7 over 3 plus 4 over 1. So all I need to do is to find the LCM. The LCM between 3 and 1 is 3, basically, right? So 3 in 3, how do I know if it is 3? Just multiply 3 by 1. That's a very simple way to do, instead of me having to create a table. So 3 in 3, 1. 1 times 7, that is 7, plus 1 in 3, 3 times 4, that is what? 12. So the whole of this will give me 7 plus 12. That will give us what? That's 19 over 3. So that implies that everything inside this bracket is now 19 over 3. So if I want to rewrite it, I'll write 7 over 4, right, minus what? 19 over what? 3. So the next thing is to find another LCM. So the LCM here will be 4 times 3. Or you look for a factor that can go in 4, that can be divided by 4 and 3. And I think the lowest common multiple in that case is 12, right? So we have 12. So 4 in 12, 3. 3 times 7, that is 21. Minus 3 in 12, 4. Then 4 times 19. 4 times 19 gives me 76. So if you look at this now, we now have what? 21 minus 76 over 12. What is 21 minus 76? That'll give us minus 55. This is minus 55 over what? 12. Now the question is, how many 12 can we see in minus 55? Now let me do something to make this easy. Let me close my eyes to this minus. I can write this as minus into bracket 55 over 12, okay? So this one will now be what? Minus into bracket 12 and 55. Let's just do it this way. 55 divided by 12, it gives us 4.58. So that means that it will go in 4 times, right? So that will be 4 whole number. So you can say 12 times 4 again. 12 times 4. That is 48. Then what are you going to do by adding to 48 to give you 55? So you can say 55 minus 48. That will give you 7. So that will give you what? 7 over what? 12. All right. So just bring back the minus and use it to open the bracket. So we can therefore say this one will now return what? Minus 4 whole number 7 over 12. So what am I trying to say in essence is that minus 55 over 12 is the same thing as minus 4 whole number 7 over 12. I want to believe that someone has learned one major thing or the other from this video. Please kindly subscribe to see more of these videos in the future. See you in the next video. Thank you.